Well, hello there. My name is Tony, and thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life, Masonic Edition. I'm here at Loftin Lodge number 688 here in Ephesus, Georgia. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Ephesus kind of sounds like a sneeze. But it's a really good lodge. I haven't been here in about 2 years, and I'm looking forward to going in here. Last time I did a video of this, I actually took still pictures to kind of talk you through it. But this time here, we're gonna hopefully get you some video inside. Problem is, their dining room and their lodge room is one and the same, so I may have some background noise. I hope I don't, but we'll see. So let's get to it, because you just entered the Coolest Life, Masonic Edition. Boy, is it loud in there. Well, this is their front foyer. There's a sign-in book here. They've got the aprons here. I really like some of those other apron holders that they have in other lodges. Ones that hang on the wall is my favorite. I don't see that very much in the state of Georgia, but anyway, got your stack here, sign-in book. I like that little piece there. I'm gonna try to go in this other room and maybe do a quick video, but if you can hear me, great. Maybe I'll turn this thing around and get really close to the microphone or something so you can hear it. But let me go ahead and go in. There's something really cool in here I'm going to show you. Is some places that have traveling gavels. This place has got a couple traveling gavels that they've got from other areas. Traveling gavel, you have to have at least 5 members. Normally, one of them have to be your primary 3 officers. Some require 8 members. So when you travel, a group of you will go, then you will take the gavel with you. Some of you, the walking sticks, some of those you have to actually recite one of the lectures in order to get. So it's pretty interesting. And again, I do apologize for the background noise. I'm going to try and get some of this recorded now and try and do some more later. But you can see this lodge room. It's not a huge room. I'm actually standing. I got my back to the door now. And but not a large pitch ceiling. In fact, I think that ceiling might just sag a little bit in the middle. A lot of things that they have in this room have been are homemade. Some important ones. This fella here to the right was really a cornerstone of this lodge. That's Wallace Russell. He passed away. We lost him about a year ago. But this gentleman he's standing here with was the current sitting Grand Master. Really small lodges. It's tough to get a Grand Master to come see you, so it's really good. You figure his year, he was only in office 1 year. He probably went to 100 lodges, and there's a whole lot more than that in the state of Georgia, I assure you. But we may be getting started here really quickly. It's like we're all taking our places. Maybe not. But this is the senior warden's area. I like they have a logo here at the top. Of course, on his apron there. Not too much to see here, but that is a big plate there. That thing's huge. That almost looks like a truncheon the way it's shaped there. That's where the senior warden would sit. They also have, when they would have their old timers light, they'll light these and use these as their light for the lodge room, which is really cool. At one time they had them large, mounted on the side of the walls that really made the ceilings really black. Here's their columns here. Looks like they're made of stone. Let me check this out. Most of these columns are made of wood. Yeah, that may be wood, but it's painted to make it look like stone. They're pretty neat. We're having a big meeting here. There's not only me, there's like 4 or 5 different lodges in this room right now, and they're doing gavel runs. I'll explain to you what a gavel run is here in a little bit. So try anyway. Up here at the altar, this is where the master sits. He's got a lot of stuff up here. We just did finish the meeting, but this is really nice. He's got the see, that's handmade locally here. Here's one of the other pictures that you don't see a whole lot. Typically you see the George Washington one here with his apron that's curved, but you see he's got a gavel in his hand, not a setting maul. Normally you see the setting maul picture, so this one's a little more rare as far as Masonic wise goes. It's harder to find that picture. And this actually lights up here, and here's another one of the oil lamps here they have here at the Master Station. This here is the secretary's desk. You always tell because it's always cluttered. Most secretaries' desks are cluttered. Just means they're working. All around the side they have the pictures of their past masters going all the way down the side. And here we have the picture here. We've seen this before in several jurisdictions and several lodges. And you see here, it's been the junior wardens. He's got the plum there. Oh, you know me, I love furniture that shows that this is a Masonic piece of furniture. It's not just an old piece of furniture. He's also got it up here. It's not all that fancy, but hey, it works. Some lodges you've seen that they actually got the logo here also, but I don't see one there. Good size lodge, and I really like the big piece of marble they have up here. That's the junior warden. So back over here to the masters, I wanted to show you some things we have here up front. This piece here is corn, wine, and oil, normally used by the fellow craft, and even this is actually set up as a fellow craft. A brother of one of the Central Hatchie Lodge actually made this, and he's got one almost identical to this, same specs and everything. They've done the same kind of thing. You can see the discoloration here. It's definitely got some age to it, but that's what they did there. And this is a traveling square. They can't seem to find the book for it, so you don't know what the requirements are. Do you have to have 5 brothers to get it? Do you have to say something? This would be an example of a traveling gavel. It actually says traveling hammer. It's a good size. I assure you, it's a good size. These traveling canes that you see here are what they use. You have to do the grip award of the 3 degrees, and you have to do some other things. Some of these are for when you do a lecture. If you know, there are several lectures in Masonry. Some of these would be specific to a lecture. You may have to be the Northeast Corner lecture, maybe an apron lecture, and then you would get one of these traveling canes. So that's what they do there. Like the symbolism he's got here. Of course, he's got it there on his chair, and he's got a goat up here for some reason. I think they actually gave that to the past master that was here. He was here 10 years. They called him the goat, basically because he was old and cantankerous more than anything. They kept saying, "You old goat," and finally they gave him a goat. That's what I believe happened, or so I hear. This is a very small room that they don't have a dining room downstairs, so we actually ate right here where the treasurer would sit. They do dinner up here. They put up these folding tables, and that's where we had dinner, was right here in this room and around the back. So it's kind of hard to do taping, because normally I do this before the meeting where people are eating, but of course this lodge was full of people while we were eating. But the only other thing else I want to show you is the altar. Oh, and I want to say one more thing. See this flag here? This is the old Georgia flag. They're about to pass an edict, and I hope that doesn't go through, that says you can't display this one here anymore. And they're going to say that you must, if you're going to display the Georgia flag, it must be the newest Georgia flag, and this is not. This is an older style Georgia flag. I'm a firm believer of letting the people locally handle their business locally. If the local guys want to display that flag, let them display that flag. If they don't want to, this one they've always got displayed. Every Masonic lodge in the state of Georgia, you're going to see this flag up here, and it's going to be on this side of the master. Every lodge, never seen it anyplace else. But over here, I've seen Eastern Star flags, Masonic flags, different organizations. But they've got the older star and bars, I guess you'd call it, battle flag emblem on the side of that one there, and that is one complete flag with the symbol. Again, that's the old Georgia flag, but I hope they get to keep that. Here's the altar. One interesting thing I've seen about this altar is, look at this. This is actually one piece here. This is actually connected. I don't see a lot of this. Normally the altar is a single piece, and the kneeling pads here, and the one up front is a separate piece that you can move and everything. I believe it's actually got wheels on it underneath, because it's got a little bit of a gap down there. This is a normal setting for your lesser lights here. These, of course, are electric. You got that. Those may be the ones they use inside the book, but they may not. I think I saw another set inside the book, the Holy Bible there. But it's really good. It's a good-looking altar. And I want to show you one other thing about this. Oh, there they are. I thought those were in there. And I want to show you something in here.
Probably more like 45 or something. Yeah.
You always want to see if this is actually a Masonic Bible or not. So far, oh, there it is. Freemasons who were presidents. Let's see. No. We saw one other book that said Freemasons were presidents, and you turned the page and had all their pictures across it. It was pretty neat. Definitely Masonic Bible, though. In Psalmist Temple, we see these are pretty common. Even Scottish Rite stuff. And, of course, this is Masonic National Memorial. I'll put that link right here, and you can see that, and it'll take you through this building here. Really cool. If you're a Mason, 100% need to go there in your lifetime. Plan it this year. There's actually a celebration going on. I believe it's February that they're going to have there at that Masonic Center, George Washington Masonic Center. But check it out. So if you're ever up here in Ephesus and you want to go to a lodge, you want to definitely check out this lodge here in Loftin 688 here in Ephesus. At one time, this community used to be called Loftin, and they changed the name back in the 1960s. It's like I heard that somewhere else. I think it was Chipley Lodge. Used to be in the town of Chipley, and now it's in the town of Pine Mountain that was changed. I think it was back in the 60s or 70s. But anyway, come visit this lodge. Really good brothers, great hospitality. Food was phenomenal. They had, it's kind of cool outside here in October, and boy, they had some chili that was spot on. 3 different kinds, some had heat. Anyway, before I go on and on about the food, it was this is a wonderful lodge, wonderful people. We had about 18 lodges represented in this particular meeting. Those just happen sometimes. It wasn't really planned all that well initially. It wasn't said, hey, we're all having a meeting from 18 different lodges. It's just people showed up. Like one of my home lodges, Midland Lodge, showed up here with 9 members. So we had a really good turnout. I think there were 30, 40, it might have been 50 people here. The place was full. We had chairs going along the side too, so it was good. Definitely come by and see these brothers. I'll put a link down below as far as what their meeting nights are, so you can know all that. But I'm gonna have to let you go because I need to get back living the coolest life, Masonic edition.